Okay, the mic is
Something that I liked about today was the incorporation of having different persons of different personalities coming together and having activities to do rather than just sitting here and listening to someone going on and on about AIDS. Like we do it in school constantly and having interaction and people getting to know each other, the whole dressing up situation, that is good, especially for these last few generations because we're mostly visual. And also it's better than showing a video on the screen and just have us staring all the time hurting our eyes. Because we're always on our phones. So this opportunity of getting to know other persons and interacting and dressing up, that has been a really good idea, and it should be something that is carried through not just here but probably in schools as well, and that can help with the transition and allowing other persons to know about what's going on out there.
Thank you very much. Everybody want to get the mic? Okay. Is that working? What about Riyadh?
Justin.
Yeah.
Where's Rels?
Okay. I think Nathan said he wanted to speak. No?
He said when he's finished digesting
when
this,
he's finished,
when he swallows this one, he'll start. Let me get the mic then. No?
Okay. Okay, continue with this. And then when Nathan gets a break.
All right, so we have
Okay.
what's the name? Farina. All right, that's Farina.
Good afternoon, everyone. For me, it was very interesting and educational. Good. I always thought that if I ate from someone's spoon, I could have HIV, or if I be around someone that is HIV positive, I can have it. But after today's lesson and being around everyone and interacting with the skits and everything else that everyone has done, I have learned some things. And it was very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else would like to say something? Because are you ready now, Nathan, to give your feedback on what it was like for you today?
After this one last cup.
What I learned today was mainly about HIV and AIDS, the symptoms, and how to prevent it. It was interactive mainly because they had us go into different groups away from the people that we would normally interact with, and we were able to put together a skit or whatever and present on HIV and AIDS and the different causes, not benefits, how to prevention. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Very good. Very good.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to give some feedback?
This side of the
Back here. How about the people in front?
Yes.
We haven't had any anyone speak here. Huh?
Sweet talker.
Sweet talk. Denzel. All right, Denzel.
Good afternoon, everyone. I really enjoyed this hangout. This activity was really enjoyable. Getting to know different people and coming together just to create skits and like what you understand about a particular topic. And too, it was really nice being imaginative, exploring all these ideas, and also understand a little few things that you didn't know yourself. So it was a really good program. I enjoyed myself. I hope everyone had the same enjoyment I had. So, thank you.
All right, thanks. We can take one more, and then we'll have the closing remarks. So, one more. How about from this side? Oh, in the middle here. All of these, it was so hard to decide which of them we can ask to the simple remarks. So many of you. Abna, David. All right. You sure you don't want to go, Jessica? Yeah. All right. At the back, anybody else want to do one last person? Save the best to last. She just put away that cupcake. I know you're ready. Once you put away that cupcake, I know you're ready to speak. Yeah. Nobody puts away the cupcake on the table. afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I really did like the
that the various personalities within this room, nobody's the same, everybody's completely different. And with the acts that were placed in front of us, we got to see that. Like I said, we taught each other. Sir, what's your name? Don't worry, none of us here will contract HIV and AIDS. Thank you.
That's good to know. All right, thank you so much, everybody. I thank you very much for your participation. Okay. All right, so we'll now invite the Secretary General. Good afternoon, my dear friends. How are you? I'm sorry I couldn't have been here earlier to hear a little more about how we felt the afternoon was. But I certainly want to say to all of you that I'm glad you were able to come here to interact with yourselves, among yourselves, with a topic that is so very, very important. And the little snippets I heard as I walked in, it is obvious that this activity was a success, and that you're all going to leave here this afternoon as ambassadors in the crusade against the fight against HIV and AIDS, and that you're now in a better position to protect yourselves if you ever find yourselves in a difficult situation, but also to recognize discrimination. Remember, anybody who has contracted HIV and AIDS has a mother somewhere, a father somewhere, a brother somewhere, a sister somewhere, and they're family members of some people who just happen to have gotten ill. It's an illness. And there's no need to discriminate against them. We have to treat with them. If they're in our family, we have to love them and help them along. And I hope you take that message with you as you leave here as ambassadors on behalf of the persons who are ill, but also on behalf of all of us who are trying our best. Derek Springer and his team and the DSG and for this initiative for trying to get the word out so we can combat this scourge. Young people are among the vulnerable groups. You are. While we've made some successes in other areas that you've heard about, I suspect you've heard about the successes we've had in medical trial transmission and the fact that medication is more really available at a more affordable price and that stuff. So there's still too many of our people who are contracting, who are ill from HIV and AIDS. There are too many. And we have to do our best to fight and find a solution to this. You are part of our team now. And I want to wish you well in what you do. And I hope that you can encourage, when you go back to your respective homes and your schools and your group of friends, you can spread the word, what you've learned. And if ever you feel the need for another one of those things, consult the DSG, and Derek would be more than happy to facilitate such another activity. I want to thank the DSG for the initiative, which I think she deserves a round of applause along with Derek. Incidentally, you get a chance to see where we have your parents for most of the day. But you can be proud that your parents are making a significant contribution to all what we do to develop our community. I want you to be proud of your parents. And the fact that you're only seeing one part of the work of Secretariat in the community, we're a total team. And whatever one does in one department affects and helps what one does in another department. So while some of you may not have your parents working in the department, the PANCAP, rest assured that just about every one of your parents
are doing their bit towards what we're doing here, for our community, for our region, for our Caribbean, and are contributing in their own way towards solving this difficult issue of HIV and AIDS. So I just want to say thank you for being here, and of course thank you to the SG, Derek, and the other persons in the team who have put this together. And I don't know if I can, I wouldn't mind staying in a little more. I'm sorry you aborted you stopped the reactions to what was happening. I couldn't be here soon. I was at the funeral, and that's why I was not here soon. I would have snuck in earlier and back to listen to some more. Had I been here sooner, but I only just arrived back in the Secretariat. So, are you going to continue, or is this the end of it?
This is the end because we're actually overtime.
Overtime. Yeah. But the fact that you're overtime is a good indication. Yeah, the fact that you're overtime is a good indication. So thank you. Is there anything, I mean, here I am with you, is there anything you want to say or ask or observe? Anything? I'm more than happy to hear from you as well. Don't be shy, I don't bite too hard. No? All right. Well, thanks again, and good luck. And I know that you range from, you're probably all in school age. I see very young people here, so I want to encourage you in what you're doing in school. Education is so important. Not just school education, but education of life is so very important. So I want to encourage you to work hard in what you do and be a success in what you do. And thank you very much for being here this afternoon.
Okay, and you remembered when we started, we had our Deputy Secretary General, Ambassador Buchanan, who welcomed you, and so she is going to do the closing now.
Thank you, Mr. Springer, Secretary General. Good afternoon. And yes, we are beyond time. Now you see why your parents were big, right? Remember when we started, some of you mentioned it or indicated it. So this is SG. Yes, they were very clear that the parents are working till late. They admitted it because they are the ones who experience it, right? So this is one of the things we're taking with us when we leave. But when I spoke this morning, the young lady mentioned it. You learn from each other. And when I said this morning, we often think that we teach you, right? But we can also learn from you. And I think today, Mr. Springer and PANCAP reps here, we have learned from you. I certainly have. One of the things, communication is very important. Communication, teachers, parents, children, right? What you hear out there among friends, communication is crucial. Another thing is responsibility. When we had this skit about the mother and the daughter, and then after 5 years, what happens then, right? Responsibility, attitude, behavior, and also coping skills. Very, very important. The Secretary General mentioned anti-discrimination when the question was asked, if you hear or if you discover that the person you're going to get married with or a person, you heard that it can be in the home, the red and the pink, right? It can be in the home, you know it, but once you come to know it, what do? You don't throw your family on the road, eh? You never do that. You take care of each other. Because it can be one day that the one who is healthy today, you can get something else, and it's the one who is infected. You will need that person's help to survive. You should never forget those things. Okay? So today it's someone else, tomorrow it can be us. And it might not necessarily be HIV, it can be something else. And you will need the help of that person. Okay? So we should not discriminate. That is not the way of life. That's not what we are being taught to be discriminatory towards each other. Okay? Friends always stick together, no matter what. And you also had it in front, the young man who was advising his friend, please don't go that route. So what do you do tomorrow if the person gets infected? You will say, okay, listen, we're not friends anymore, because it means that you're throwing so many years of friendship. Okay, so you don't do that. But I also learned some other things. Bring science in the streets, right? And I'm going to say something, but I really have to laugh when I heard about, should I say it?
Yes, yes.
About the Chinese condom. Yes, I mean, you see, we learn, so we learn. I mean, I never knew about those distinctions, but now I also know, besides those brands now, you also have Chinese condoms. But all of it, right? As I said, I have learned a lot, and I think you have learned a lot also from each other. Some issues came up. The question was asked, the mother and the child, you should be supportive. But I was sitting here, Mr. Springer, and I heard, well, I wrote it down, but the Guyanese way, but you didn't say which answer you wanted, because that is getting licks and be beaten, right? That's what I heard here. But that was not mentioned, and that is not supportive, right? Because those things lead to having fear, yes. Okay, you said it, suicide. Because the girls start to fear going home, talking to anyone. The parents might hear it, and what happens then? You hear, read the newspapers, or you don't need to read it in the newspaper. Suicide, okay? Or they go drunk driving and they hit something, and there it goes. Okay, so it is very important to support each other, also as friends. Okay, so I think for us, we have learned a lot, you have learned a lot, and again, one of the questions was, how can you help? One way to help, for sure, is friendship. Yes, among yourselves, help each other. Try to have an open ear for each other. It's very important. Okay, support yourselves, support each other. This was our first session, Mr. Springer, of this kind. And we will see what will happen next year, or, excuse me, a full day. Okay, Mr. Springer is proposing. Or somebody wants it to be here tomorrow. Okay, which means we will need a follow-up. We will think about it, we will discuss it and so on, and then let's see what we will organize next for the children of our staff members. Okay, thank you very much for being here. Thank you. And you have been very creative, interactive, so we do have certificates for you also, right? And before I leave there, I want to thank the Secretary General for being here, Mr. Leonard Robertson. He is the communication advisor of the Secretary General. That's the gentleman standing there in the back. Yes. I also want to thank Mr. Springer and his team, the ladies, the gentlemen here, okay, everyone, for being here, for supporting, and for doing the hard work, right? Without them, this would not have been possible. So I would like to ask you for a round of applause for Mr. Derek Springer and his team, and for the one and only Mr. Stevenson, right? Or Steve? Yes, Steve. And it's only now I realize that the colors that he used are also the colors on his t-shirt. I now realize it. Okay? So thank you very much. Mr. Springer?
All right, thank you very much. All right, so we got certificates for you, all right. So you can put this on your resume, huh? All right, so we'd like to invite the Secretary General to step up here and present some of these certificates, all right? Good. And put on your best smiles. I want to see all of your teeth. All right? Because we'll be taking some photos, all right? Okay. So, Nelly Ben, come on up, Nelly. Not here?
Belly left?
Okay.
Okay.
Greg, need you? Woo! Come on down! Come on down! Jenny Holly. Akeem Rowe. Venus Rowe. Rochelle Emmanuel. Stephon Holder. Akia Wilson. Ishaq Bascom. Akia's on here. Oh. No. Ishaq. All right. Kushan Britton. Israel Kahoma. Guama. Jamina Holmes. Jamina Holmes. Jemima. Kadeen Norton. Jaleesa Holly. Brandon Alberto. Jessica Wong. Talia Leach. Talia. Sorry. See if you spoke. Alyssa Hodge. Lisa Hodge. Samara Hudson. Denzel Hammerstein. Denzel is famous, right? Jasmine Hammerstein. Are you related? Okay, good. Kevin Chan. Rayaz Khan. Amaya Hall.
Yes, you. Now we have the Deputy Secretary General.
Sophia Goodrich. Aisha Blooms. Joshua Blooms. Esther Wickham. Ashanti Pierce. Rochelle Stevens. Rochelle Stevens. The two of you. Adiza Wickham. Jonathan Stephanie. Rihanna Tourney. No beard. Shania Turney. Nathan Archibald. Obey Adams. Who can forget her? She's such a great actress. Yes. Ariana Madrid. Gisela Cornett. Cherise Thomas. Alia Thomas. Remember Alia?
Yeah.
Overnight fighters. Emmanuel Collard. Adrian Prasad. Siddiqa Duncan. Siddiqui. that reminds me of that English song. Sure. Renee Beaton. Miss Behind Wig. Ronaldo Beaton. Amaya Rojo. Is that how you pronounce it? Or you pronounce it with a J? Rojo? Huh? Royo. Why? Royo. Okay. Carolyn Ambrose. Gabriel Rucom. Serena Clark. I remember this disgusting student in class. That's always talking and knows nothing. Monica Sage. Michaela Sage. Everybody here received a certificate?
Is there anybody without?
Anybody else? Anybody here besides me? Did you get a certificate? All right, so we got everybody. All right. No? What's your name?
Oh, so it's two Rochelle Stevens. Okay. Yeah.
Gotta make sure. That's why I asked it was
We
two
thought
of
it's
you.
a duplicate.
All right.
Yes.
Rochelle Stevens. Raquel. So let me see. This is Rochelle. Where's the other Stevens? You. Is your name spelled correctly there?
Yeah.
All right. So you just gotta correct this.
You can come and collect it and then we gotta amend it. We need to amend that.
No, it's so correct. It's correct. Yeah, it's correct. Hers is correct, and hers is correct. It's correct. Yes, R-O-C-K and the other one R-O-S.
Okay.
It's correct.
All right, great. Thank you. All right, thank you so much. This is the end. Bye-bye.